My name is O'Brien Daku, and today we are looking at spirituality of money. Money is a form of spiritual energy that flows from one person to another. Money as an energy can also be stored in different forms. Investing. After a 3-second commercial, we are going to delve into spirituality of money. Welcome. Previously, we have looked at the three levels. We have looked at savings, we have looked at investing and wealth. But there is a big gap that you leave out if you don't understand spirituality of money, that money is spiritual, wealth is spiritual. And in that sense, we have to acknowledge the level of accumulation of riches, accumulation of money. We have principles, we have laws, we have discipline. Principles that carry your morals and values. Then we have laws, like the laws of budgeting, laws of investing, laws of paying yourself. And we have the discipline of sticking to your budgets, evaluating your budgets. We have the discipline of commitment, choosing to be committed, and consistency in piling up, packing your money and saving. Then there's spirituality. It goes without saying that you must have had or experienced where people say or identify people, once you become successful, once you have accumulated wealth, people associate you with a certain spirituality. These are demons. This guy has magini. All that sort of spirituality. And the association by people is that back in our minds, we do believe and know that money is spiritual. Wealth is spiritual. And you, to succeed in wealth accumulation and that freedom that we all look for, you must admit and pursue that wealth, money is spiritual. By so saying then, it means each one has to exercise a level of spirituality. And we have 7 types of spirituality, or even more. One is Christianity as spirituality. And I've given Christianity as number 1 because that is the spirituality that I profess. We have Islam. We have Buddhism, Hinduism. We have Luciferism, Satanism, Masonism, and other levels of spirituality. You cannot identify for me an atheist. There is nothing like atheism. People believe in no spiritualism. Nothing like that. We are all spiritual beings with beliefs. So in the wealth creation, acknowledging that money is spiritual, we must also look at money as a form of energy. Energy can be stored. Energy flows. And that's why it's more important that blessings are the givers than those who receive. It's a form of energy. It has a flow. Money can be stored in different forms as energy is stored. Spirituality in money, we must have to look at the belief. How do we handle money? And this is not at the point where you would say, because, well, there is no enough in wealth creation. It is simultaneously, as it happens with the saving, go hand in hand with investing, and so will be our spiritualism around the belief around money. As a Christian, and this one borrows again to Hinduism, Islamic, the Islamic, there are several things that govern spirituality about money. And there are 5 types of streams, movement, and money as energy, giving, that work towards your wealth creation journey. When you look at tithes in spirituality, tithe is a form of flow of your money out of love, because everything is centered from willingness and love. It's a flow of money or a giving of a percentage of your money that seeks protection of your wealth. We keep talking of creation of an emergency fund that cushions against shocks of happenings that we are not prepared against, and that carry the characteristics of an emergency. But in my own perspective or opinion, the thing that we call an emergency fund works towards our freedom of mind, peace of mind. You are at peace because you have set aside an amount of money that you believe that any event that strikes will be countered by the amount that you have set aside. Things do happen that will need supernatural protection. Things go beyond money. You have the money, but a thing happen that you cannot sort with that money. Spirituality. The money that you give towards your tithe, in whichever form of spirituality that you exercise, that money gives you divine protection and supernatural provision. Because it's not everything that comes out of your active energy, your doings. There is spirituality in money. Your percentage, your tithing protects you supernaturally and provides for you supernaturally. That's one. Then we have alms, where alms is a form of giving that is towards the poor, people in need, those who are shackled. As a Christian, I will refer you to Isaiah 58, the entire chapter. That form of giving, when you give to the poor, when you unshackle the shackled, when you redeem, you own God. That is not me, it's a spirituality around that. And you can imagine if that is an act, a form of movement of your money, a giving out of love that makes you own God. You have the divine protection of the tithe, supernatural provision, and owning God. This is a form of energy that is moving. We have the third level of giving, and that is an offering. Willingful giving. Willingful giving. An offering, unlike the alm, offering can be known. But the alm, the owning God, when you are giving to the poor, you have to protect the dignity of the person that you give. Giving to the poor need not be known. And in the level of spirituality that we say, what the right hand is giving, let the left hand not have an idea, not know. And you can imagine that level of confidentiality with that kind of giving. If you are the person who is giving, you own the two hands, but what one hand is giving, the other one should not know. Look around. How many times have you given towards a children's home? Then, that is the time you want to create content. You do that before camera. You, without protecting the dignity of the person that you are giving towards, as if those persons are the ones who chose to be in that situation. Alm giving and a spiritual realm, when you are giving to the poor, when you are giving to the needy, it should not be known by any other person. If what you are giving has been collected from other people and you are required to show a level of accountability, that should go devoid of the faces of the people to which you are giving. Don't show the faces. Account for what has been purchased, because that is what is expected in that form of giving spiritually, the alm giving. Then you have sacrifices. And that is where now many people go berserk. You hear of people, this guy has money because he sacrificed his brother, this one has money because... That is a form of giving in the spiritual realm. Money is spiritual. And depending on the types of spirituality that you are professing in your way of creation, that is a form of sacrifice. There is a form of sacrifice in the level of spirituality that I've given. For Christians, the ultimate sacrifice was given, and that was Christ. The death of Christ, the sacrifice that was given was Christ. And therefore, that sacrifice to that level has already been given. All these other, there has to be sacrifice. And a sacrifice is done to an altar. There must be an altar in order for you to give a sacrifice. And sacrifices involve blood, because blood carries the message. The blood carries the message. And that's why for Christians, when Christ was being sacrificed during crucifixion, as the blood was drawing, the word that Christ said, "It is finished." That was the message that went with the blood. If those who go for witchcraft, the blood of a hen, a goat, a sheep, or whatever, that blood is what carries the message that he said. There has to be a sacrifice, and there has to be an altar. Money is spiritual. That's a form of sacrifice. So as we accumulate money, as we save, invest towards our freedom by wealth creation, there is an aspect of spirituality that you cannot achieve whatever you want unless you are within certain realm of spirituality. Very crucial information. Thank you for watching the video. Let's keep on learning. Welcome. Share this video, like, and if you are new to the way, subscribe.